In this video, I'm going to explain how to solve a question, how to answer a question similar to your homework. We have here that the function f is represented by this graph. So this is the graph of f. And we want to draw the graph of g, where g is defined as f of negative x, which means that we want to do a transformation of f of this value right here. Well, this notation, similar to having a negative sign on the outside, is going to result in a reflection. The only difference is that because we're multiplying the x with a negative value, that's going to result in a horizontal reflection. In other words, flipping this to its opposite side horizontally and making the y-axis the line of reflection. So we're going to reflect across the y-axis. So we're not going to get something that is upside down. We're going to get something that's pointing in the opposite direction. So instead of this graph, again, pointing upwards or going upwards again, having this upward slant, is now going to have a downward slant. So we just need to reflect again 2 points to do this one. So this one, we have to use this point here and then any other pretty point on the graph. So we'll use this point there. And since that point is located at 2, -2, let me do it over here. And I'll do it in red. So the x and y value of f is 2, -2. This is going to get the opposite of the x. So the opposite of a +2 is -2. And the y value is going to stay the same. So this point, let me erase this and let me put it in red. So that point reflected across the y-axis would be right here. And then all I have to do to draw the rest of this graph using again my open math is just find any other pretty point and reflect it again accordingly. So let's use this point here on the left side, this one right here. That one has a coordinate of -6, -4. So this again will reflect it across the y-axis, putting this point over here. Well, not exactly right there, but to this side, which would be right there. So the opposite, and as you see, we're going to essentially just get the opposite of that value. So the negative of x, which is a -6, the negative of a -6 is +6. Your y value is going to stay as -4. So let me plot that. Now put that point there. And then automatically the graph will draw itself after that. Okay, so my picture is not the best one, but again, using that point and the other point that I use will automatically draw you the rest of the graph where we have reflected f of x across the y-axis. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video was helpful.